Hi YouTube, it's me again, Marie. I hope you all had a nice weekend. Here we are, Monday again. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. So I thought to come back to you today with a nice springtime look that you can wear day or night. The colors that I'll be using are very befitting of springtime. And it's something that you could wear both day and night. I tend to keep my looks very natural only because that's how I am. I'm not one to go for really heavy eye looks unless it's like for a really fancy event. So I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my skin with the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. I don't need very much, just this much. Still getting used to the focus. And that's going to go all over my face. I'm going to concentrate mostly on the areas where I find that I have the most enlarged pores. Perfect. Next up, I'm going to apply my Silk Cream Foundation from Laura Mercier. This is absolutely amazing. You need to be sure to shake this one up, otherwise, there is a little bit of separation. And again, I'm not going to be putting on that much. This is pretty much all I need for my entire face. It's a pretty full coverage foundation. But, it's very buildable. So, if you're not liking the initial application, you can always go back and apply more. But, personally, I like this application. Okay, so next up, I'm just going to comb through my eyebrows. I don't really do much with my eyebrows. The way I maintain them is I get them threaded every couple of weeks, but as for filling them in, I don't really do much of that, only because they're pretty thick already, and I have Egyptian eyebrows, right? So this is pretty much all I need. Next up, I'm just going to apply some under eye concealer. I'm going to be using the MAC Pro-Longwear. It's a really good concealer. I'm NC 35. I'm actually an NW 35, but NC is more yellow based, and that's really great to counteract redness. And I find that this covers my dark circles a lot better than the Estee Lauder Lumi pen. I keep forgetting the name. And this lasts a lot longer. The key to this is to use this quite sparingly. One pump is too much, I find. So half a pump is good for my face. Perfect. So this is all I need. And I think this might be a little bit too much. So I'm going to apply the concealer with the EcoTools Deluxe Concealer Brush. I'm waiting for the airbrush concealer to be available in Canada. It's tapered, and it's it's a lot easier to blend, whereas when I find that when you have a flat brush, a flat tip brush, it feels like you're just painting on, so it's not really getting into the skin. And I'm also going to go after redness. it's allergy season, so my skin is fairly red. I'm just going to pat that in with my ring finger. I have really deep set eyes, so like the shadow that's under my eyes is just, I find very annoying because it looks like I have ridiculous dark circles, which I don't have that much of, but because of the deep set in my eyes, like that shadow just overcasts and it drives me crazy. So here you go. Hopefully you don't see any dark circles anymore. Next up, I am going to go right into the eyes. I'm going to prep with the Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, my holy grail. Because I have oily skin, my lids tend to get oily fairly quickly. So eyeshadow doesn't last very long, but with the primer base from Nars, I can go through like 12 hours and my eyeshadow is perfect. Okay, so the palette that I'm going to be using today is a Nars palette. Unfortunately, it's a limited edition I bought last year. But the look I'm going for, you can find these colors in any other brand. You don't have to necessarily try and find this one. Go with what fits your budget. So the colors, so the palette is called Ramatuelle. Here it is. So you get like a really deep peach right here, a very light peach that I'm using as a base, and a frosted blue, which I'll be using as a highlighter. And I'll be using one brush for all of this, and it's going to the MAC 217. I'm not one who likes to use so many brushes for a look, only because it's like, I get a bit lazy. I don't want to have to wash everything after, because washing brushes tends to be a little bit of a hassle. But that's why I like to use one brush, so I have less cleanup to do afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and use the middle shadow right here, and I'm going to apply it all over the lid. Be sure to tap off any excess so you don't have any fallout under your eye. The good thing about Nars eyeshadows is that they're very buildable. A lot of them are sheer, which I really like, because with other brands, just one small, like, you just press your eyeshadow in like this and you get so much product, and then it's just such a huge mess afterwards. Okay, so that's it for the base. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the camera and still trying to find like good lighting. Next up, I'm going to use the darker peach color, and I'm going to blend it into the crease. The best thing about this brush is that it's both an eyeshadow brush and a blending brush. It all depends on how you use it. It's a great multi-purpose brush. So I'm just really blending it into the crease and outer corner. You see, so the eye color, like, you see that they've blended in very nicely. Now I'm going to finish up with the frosted blue color, and I'm just going to apply a little bit over the brow bone. It's a very simple look, because, listen, we have so much time in the morning to get ready before we have to head out for work, right? So I'm aiming for a you know, 5, maximum 10-minute look that you can pull off very fast without having to need 10 million products. So I'm dusting the Frosty Blue over the brow bone and blending it all in. Here we go. Very natural. Just gonna sweep over my eyebrows again. Next up, I'm going to line my upper lash line with the Pro-Longwear gel eyeliner in Forrest Shimmer ink. It's a very nice, rich green. I find very befitting for the season. It's not as harsh as black. It gives a very natural look. And I'll be using a MAC 211 brush. It's an amazing brush. I'm applying it very thinly. I don't want it to be harsh. As I mentioned, I'm going for a daytime look, like something you could wear at work or a nice garden party, like on a weekend. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that bloody cat eye thing. It's a look that I find really interesting, but it's just so hard to do. Well, for me, that is. I'm just going to try to wing it out a little bit. Not do anything crazy. Yeah. So, how does it look? Okay, so now I'm going to finish up with some mascara. What I'm using is the Tarte Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. It's really nice. It's lengthening, which I like. And it provides a very natural look. My mirror's here, sorry. There you go. Next up, I'm going to go for, finish up the rest of the face. I'm not really big on contouring. I do like applying bronzer, but I tend to apply bronzer a little bit more in the winter time just to give myself some color because I do find them a little bit pale. In the summer, I tend to go for something a little bit more natural because, I tend to go a little, tend to darken a little bit. And at the same time, it's the best time to go for more natural looks, nothing too heavy. So I'm going to apply a really nice blush from Estee Lauder. It's called Peach Nuance. It's from their signature Silky powder blush. Unfortunately, this is limited edition as well. I got the last one. So I'm just going to swirl it around with my MAC blush brush, number 6 or 9, I don't know. I'm just going to smile a little bit and apply it on the apple of my cheek. I tend to apply it in a swirling motion upwards, so it helps lift the face a bit. Apply a little bit on the temples, chin, and nose. Here you go. Sorry, it's Monday, got in from work, tired. Next up, I'm going to line my lips with a Bobbi Brown lip liner in Nude. I'm going to keep the lips very simple, very nude, only because I emphasized a lot on the eyes. And lastly, I'm going to apply a Giorgio Armani Shine lipstick in number 4. It's a really nice nude pinkish rose lipstick. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. Feel free to comment, rate it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!